So now we have the two presumptive nominees on the Democrats and on the Republican side, and we still have roughly 250 days to go. That's an eternity. What can the two candidates do to keep the momentum going and to keep the voter excited?
Well, Donald Trump is going to be facing a lot of scrutiny in the coming months with all of his legal problems. That's going to be a big problem. That's the criminality side. And then there's the old side, and that's a big problem for Joe Biden. I mean, most voters think he is too old. It's like 68% of the electorate thinks Joe Biden is too old. Only 48% of voters say the same about Donald Trump. Joe Biden has to show energy. He has to show vigor. The State of the Union address he's going to deliver next month will be a big part of that attempted reset, but it's going to be tough. The thing that Joe Biden has going for him, somewhat counterintuitively, is his problem in the polling right now, where he's trailing Donald Trump, is he's not doing as well with his own base from 2020 as Donald Trump is. Those do seem like the kind of voters he might be able to bring back into his coalition in the coming months, especially as Donald Trump takes more prominence on the stage. A lot of voters who are not Republican primary voters have not been tuned in to every piece of what Donald Trump has said over the last year or so as he's ran his Republican primary campaign. And he said a lot of stuff that would probably shake the kinds of folks who rejected him in 2020. The Biden campaign has a big challenge ahead in reminding its coalition from 2020 why they didn't like Donald Trump in the first place.
Right. As you rightly point out, Biden really is in a bit of a pickle here. He gets no credit whatsoever for the economy, which is booming, or the stock market, which is booming and at record highs as well. And obviously, there are all these questions about his mental acuity, his age. What will he have to focus on to move the needle here? Will it have to be immigration?
You know, immigration is going to be a big deal. It's one of the worst policy. It is the worst policy issue he's faced as president. Even when he was popular back in January and February of 2021, he was in the red in all of our polling on immigration issues. I think his efforts on asylum that we're starting to see maybe elevating would be one step toward it. You know, Speaker Johnson in the House suggests that Biden take executive action and then attacked him yesterday for suggesting that he might do that. But, you know, Congress gave him a T-ball when they rejected the House rejected a bipartisan immigration deal. Democrats needed a way to push Republicans into a corner on that issue, and House Republicans seem to have taken the bait. The problem is it's not changing perceptions from voters on how Democrats are handling immigration, which is an issue that's rising on the minds of swing state voters. And it's likely to continue doing so in the future. You know, the State of the Union will be a big moment for the president to try to address that. But, you know, at the end of the day, Joe Biden is going to need to attack Donald Trump incessantly. He needs to remind the American people why they didn't like Donald Trump 4 years ago and remind them of the things they may not have noticed his predecessor doing whenever he's been down at Mar-a-Lago.